So now I'm over in Photoshop, and I'm going to go ahead and open up that Styles Example PNG we just saved. You can see the windows now are indeed transparent. I'm over in my Layers palette. If you can't see that, again, it's Window, Layers, and I'm the first to admit I am not a Photoshop whiz by any stretch of the imagination. So here's a quick and easy way that I found to add a backdrop. You certainly play around. Let me know if you have a better one. I'm going to right click and I'm going to duplicate this layer, and then I'm going to open up, this is a picture of what their backyard looks like. And you can see, if you can compare this to this, is that this realistic photo is not really going to look right if we drop it into the background here. So I'm going to try to soften this up a little bit, make it look a little bit more like the rest of the image. And also just think about, if you were taking a photo, just the field of vision, the depth of field is going to make this more blurry than what's up close to you. So I'm going to go to Filter, Blur. There's lots of different blurs here. I'm going to use the Gaussian blur. And you can see, if you move this little slider, you can control how much blur is going to be in here. I'm going to make it pretty unsharp because I don't want people to be looking at this. I just kind of want it to be a background image. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to save that. I'm going to go back to my image of the space. I'm going to say File, Place. I'm going to go to that background image, and I'm just going to put it here for the moment. So right now it is behind, or it's the very first image that we see to us. So I'm going to take that copy layer that I made. I'm just going to drag it to the top of the stack, and that puts the background image back outside our transparent windows. And now that I can kind of see what I'm doing, I'm going to place and scale it appropriately. So with the background image selected, I'm going to go to just the Move button, and then I can move it around. But I think it doesn't quite look like it's the right size. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and Scale. And then I can scale and move the image to what seems like maybe a little smaller, an appropriate scale for what I'd be seeing out this window. And I'm going to hit Enter. Now it still is really bright compared to what's inside. I find it pretty distracting. So again, I still have this layer selected, and I'm going to go to this tab at the bottom, and I'm going to go to Hue and Saturation. I'm going to really dial down the saturation again, so you aren't staring directly at it. Sometimes also, again, if you're thinking about a lot of photos, if you take an image inside of the house, what's outside can be really overexposed. And even though that you might say, oh, in Photoshop I could fix that, you could also just use that to your advantage and kind of blow out the exterior a little bit here also. And that's a quick way to add the background to our SketchUp image. Getting in a small part of my SketchUp Bootcamp class, a practical SketchUp training class designed for interior architects and designers. This course offers a thorough background in the SketchUp tools and techniques most important to design professionals creating interiors. The aim of this e-learning course is to systematically teach you a progression of tools so you understand how to quickly and efficiently integrate SketchUp into your workflow. There's 8 hours of video that you can access at your own pace and as often as you like. To learn more, go to my website, seeddd.com, to the classes page.